help in a timely manner. 81869 is the text number. You can also email nihal@bbc.co.uk. Let's get a last word from Shergill, who hopefully is on a clearer line. Shergill in Luton. Shergill, welcome back. Is there one message that you'd like to get out to the Asian community? And what would that message be, Shergill?
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry,
Sorry, is there one message you'd like to get out to the Asian community?
Yeah, I mean, I basically would definitely insist every young adult, whether it be a female or male, up to 25 years old, go and get yourself, your blood test done every year. Anything can happen in that age. So I think it's so essential. I've been saying that for years and years now.
And I couldn't agree with you more. Shergill, thank you very, very much indeed. If only I practiced what you preached, but that is something that I will definitely be doing this year, is getting a health screening. But I'd like to know from you whether you believe that Asian men especially are doing enough to get these health screenings. And let's talk about cancer out in the open. Discuss it. Is it that disease, as Kieran from Huddersfield was saying? No one wants to talk about it. No one wants to say anything, as if it is a death sentence immediately, when of course it isn't. We heard from Nuri, who said that her husband of 39 years was diagnosed with it. A nurse said he was not going to live, and he did, and he's now in remission. But we need to get the screenings done. Are you married to someone and you find it such hard work to get him to get down to the GPs? Or are you that guy that did go down, or that woman that went down, had the test done, found something, dealt with it, and now you're better again? I'd like to hear from you. 81869 on the text, or email nihal@bbc.co.uk.
Nihal on BBC Asian Network. The sound of Asian Britain.
Are you ready?
The biggest tracks on BBC Asian Network.
Ready for this?
The biggest tracks on BBC Asian Network. Later on the programme.
Coming up in the next hour, this is not a cheery show today, I've got to say. 3 hours of pretty heavy subjects, but please don't abandon us just because of that, because they are serious subjects that we need to talk about. Yesterday, Sarah Edge was found guilty of beating her son Yassim to death. The news reported the fact that she beat him to death because he wasn't learning the Quran. But what was mentioned in some of the news reports was the depression that she was suffering from, which in no way is a justification for what she did. But what we do want to talk about in the final hour is whether enough is being done to combat depression in the Asian community. If you're someone who's suffered from depression, is it something that parents, brothers, sisters, grandparents take seriously? If you feel that you've been through it, what kind of help did you get? And what are the signs that we need to look for? Whether it be postnatal depression, maybe depression brought about by financial worries, insecurities, perhaps abuse that has led to the depression. Either way, is enough being done, and what can be done? That's what we'll be talking about after midday. So please stay with me, Nihal, on the phone-in show on the BBC Asian Network. But let's get back to my most welcome guest, Inderpal Shergill. Inderpal, sorry to have kept you waiting for a while, but it was really nice to hear stories from people who really are trying to make a difference, isn't it, Inderpal?
Yes, definitely.
And it was great to hear Nuri's conversation about her husband and how he's now in remission.
That's right, yes.
Do you go for health screenings every year?
Well, I've made it a point for getting a screening done for myself, my wife, and my mom. And it's easy to get it done in India, because whenever I make a trip to India, there is Apollo hospital. You can do an MOT, which it works out pretty cheap in India. I've tried that. I mean, I've spoken to a couple of GPs here. I mean, again, it's all about mindset. I told my GP that would it be possible if I have a prostate check done? And the first thing that he came out was that we normally do it only when you've crossed 45. See, that's a mindset. That's a blockage. They don't understand. I mean, that there's no harm in getting it done. I mean, it just gives you peace of mind for next 5 years, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was easy for me to get things done in India. So every year I get a proper screening done of myself and my family.
Getting back to your journey, the point where you're being shot at or told that you're going to die, did you not at any point think, I need to go home now?
Yes, that thought did come to my mind on the day when, after the attack, I was driving through those mountain ranges and I was instructed by the police as well that if ever there's a firing, you need to sort of look at where the firing is coming from and duck on the other side and make sure you don't get shot at. So there was a scary moment. I mean, the police telling you that that's all you can do for the moment. But otherwise, I mean, I had instances where the car was broken into, my clothes were stolen, my car slipped in a valley of death. There were sandstorms. I was caught by Russian SS, stripped my car, and Iranian police confiscated all my cameras, and I was blamed for being a spy, British spy. And then, of course, I was attacked in the middle of the night in Kyrgyzstan where I was left bleeding. So all those moments happened. I think I would call them the moments of fun. But yes, the Pakistani moment was the one which actually made me think that what am I doing here? And that whole day I was just praying for my wife, my family, my mother. And I prayed for my family that if I'm gone, please God take care of them.
Is that what kept you going, just your family, or was it the memory of your friends as well and your father-in-law?
Well, it was to do with both of them. And it was, the thing is, I mean, like I said, I mean, you don't have to do it when you lose somebody in your family, but that's how it started for me. And I decided there's something I need to do for the community, give back to the community, and then probably leave a message for my kids. Teach them at the early stage that it's not all about earning and making your life a luxury lifestyle. It's about contributing, giving back to the society what is important. And it just started off a one-man show. I'll try to actually raise awareness. Probably I'll speak to 1,000 people, 5,000 people. But you wouldn't believe it. I mean, I've had more than 20,000 hits on my website. The amount of people, the amount of awareness that's gone through the media, the newspapers, and the hits on the websites, and the people talking about it, it just snowball into something so big, and I'm sure my kids would be proud that their father's done something bigger, and hopefully they learn from that and contribute back.
I can't imagine there'd be anything but proud. I mean, what was the most beautiful country that you went through?
I love Georgia. I mean, I've loved Europe anyways. I've done Europe before, but Georgia was a find.
And as a brown person, any issues?
Not really. I mean, you wouldn't believe some of these Soviet bloc countries and the Balkan countries. People are not even aware. I mean, the moment I said I'm from England, I was taken for granted. I mean, normally you get asked in some of the places that, are you really from England? Are you from, you look like Indian. So, but when I went to China, I mean, the moment you tell them I'm from England, they say, oh, wow, you're British. So that's
Inderpal, sorry, we've run out of time, but thank you so much for joining us after a fantastic story. Just give us quickly, what is your website address?
The website is glasgow2goa.com, and it's number 2, so glasgow2goa.com.
Perfect.
And I'd just like to mention one little thing.
Of course.
There is a Roko Cancer organization which is started in India, and there's Imran Khan Shaukat Khanum Foundation in Pakistan.
Great.
And cancer is no religion, no caste. It is irrespective of that. And I would really encourage people to actually contribute to Shaukat Khanum Foundation because they're opening a hospital not only they have a hospital in Lahore, they're opening in Islamabad. And similarly, we've opened a hospital from Roko Cancer in Firozpur, there is an opening on 22nd of this month, 200-bed hospital, and there's one in Moga and Kapurthala coming up as well.
Okay.
So I would encourage people to go on the website. They'll find a lot of information, and it's time to give back to the society.
Okay, Inderpal Shergill, thank you very much indeed.
The sound of Asian Britain on digital TV